New York City pulsed with its usual energy. Yellow taxis darted through traffic, steam rose from the subway grates, and the air smelled faintly of roasted chestnuts from a nearby street cart. Inside a cozy coffee shop on Fifth Avenue, every table was full. Students hunched over laptops. Tourists took photos of latte art, and soft jazz filled the air. The only table with an empty seat was occupied by Richard Coleman, a sharply dressed white man in his early 40s. He had an expensive suit, an expensive watch, and an expression that said he had no time for people he considered beneath him. The door swung open and Marcus Johnson walked in. Tall, broad-shouldered, mid-40s, with a kind face and the faint tiredness of someone who worked long days. His coat was a little worn, his leather briefcase scratched from years of use, but his smile was genuine, the type that made strangers feel at ease. Marcus scanned the cafe. Every seat was taken except for the one across from Richard. He stepped forward and asked politely, "Excuse me, sir, would you mind if I sit here? There's no other seat available?" Richard looked up slowly, his lip curling. "You think you can just sit here?" His voice was sharp. Without waiting for an answer, he added, "I don't want people like you near me. Go find somewhere else, if you can." The words dripped with contempt. Then came the muttered insult, ugly, racist, and loud enough for others to hear. Richard shoved the chair slightly, making it clear Marcus wasn't welcome. A few people in the cafe looked over. Some stared at their coffee cups, avoiding the scene. Others glanced at Marcus with quiet sympathy. Marcus paused. His smile dimmed, but it didn't disappear. "All right," he said softly. "Have a good evening, sir." He picked up his briefcase and walked out, his calm dignity filling the silence left behind. The next morning, Richard woke up in high spirits. It was his first day at a prestigious, new job, the kind that could change his career. He took extra time getting ready, his navy tie perfectly knotted, his shoes polished until they shone. On the subway, he rehearsed the confident introduction he would give to his new boss. Arriving at the company's sleek glass headquarters, Richard checked in at the front desk. The receptionist smiled. "Mr. Coleman, the CEO is expecting you. Top floor." Richard smoothed his tie and walked into the CEO's office, and stopped cold. Behind the grand mahogany desk, sunlight pouring through the window, sat Marcus Johnson in a perfectly tailored suit, gold cufflinks glinting, posture relaxed but commanding. For a moment, Richard couldn't move. The coffee shop, the insults, the shove! They replayed in his mind in brutal clarity. Marcus smiled warmly, just as he had the night before. "Welcome to the team, Mr. Coleman. Please, have a seat." Richard sat down, his confidence crumbling. I didn't realize—" Marcus held up a hand gently. "Richard," he said, "in life, you never know who you're talking to, but you always know how you should treat them." The room was silent, except for the faint hum of the city outside. Richard looked down, the weight of his own words from last night pressing heavily on him. In that moment, he realized that the real power in the room wasn't about job titles, race, or wealth. It was about dignity, grace, and respect. Message: respect has no color. Humanity has no hierarchy.